Do you think she could actually beat a male like champion? Like seriously, like on some real shit. Like I know she tough, but you think she could beat any man champion?
My opinion is girls, boys is boys.
Right.
A girl is gonna be a girl. I don't think a girl can beat a man.
We talked yesterday to Claressa Shields. You know who Claressa is, right? Obviously. She said that she wants to fight men and then threw out names of guys she could beat. She said she could beat Keith Thurman, she could beat Sean Porter, she could beat Triple G. When you hear Claressa say that, like, what's your reaction to that?
She's confident. She's confident in her ability and her skills, you know. But that's pretty much what she's saying. I don't think she really want to get in the fight. I mean, in the ring with those fighters that she called out.
Here's the thing. You put Claressa Shields in the ring with a fighter at her weight class, at her same level, and she's going to be outmatched. There's a lot that goes into it. And it's one of those things that, you know, things are easier said than done.
The boxing world reacted strongly after Claressa Shields said she could beat Rolly Romero, with several professionals quickly challenging her claim. Many fighters argued that the difference in size, strength, and punching power would make the matchup extremely difficult, questioning whether a fight between the two would even be realistic.
That she's not really prepared for. I think that there are fighters that she could beat, but no one at her level in men's professional boxing. It's just a different.
Former champion Sean Porter praised Claressa Shields and called her one of the best female boxers in the sport, but he also made his position clear. He doesn't believe she could compete with top-level male fighters. Porter explained that elite men bring a different level of strength, speed, size, and power that would create a major challenge for Shields.
Man, it's cute. You know, it's cute that, you know, she's made it to the point that she's made it to. That is remarkable. That is very, very respectful. I think every fighter in the world, whether you're a man, woman, whatever, you should respect the things that she's done.
Right.
Styles make fights. That's a common saying in boxing, and that's 100% true. But along with that, she has the thing that I don't think realizes is that, you know, whatever top boxer she's been in the ring with, I'm sure that top boxer was, you know, took his foot off the gas pedal. And any fighter that isn't at that level is really defending himself against her because he's not on her level.
Terrence Crawford suggested that Claressa Shields may not seriously want to face the elite male fighter she has called out, but he sees her comments as a reflection of her confidence. Crawford pointed out that Shields has spent years sparring with male fighters, which may have strengthened her belief that she can compete with top-level men.
She's so dominant in the female boxing world that she need a man to fight, you know, but I don't believe she would actually step foot in the ring with those guys. Man, I'm gonna tell you this, you know, Claressa's been getting in the ring, sparring men since I've known her, you know, so I felt like she'd get in the ring and give anybody a problem.
However, Keith Thurman disagreed, arguing that Claressa Shields isn't dominating high-level male competition in sparring. He said most of her work has reportedly come against smaller, younger, and less experienced amateur fighters rather than established world-class professionals, making those sessions a poor comparison to facing an elite male boxer.
She had the audacity to say, I spar men. And she puts this video of her sparring some kids that look like they just walked into my boxing club. They look like the softest amateurs I've ever seen. And she hits this boy with an overhand right. She's in the corner. She hits him with the overhand right. Boom! He eats that thing like some Lucky Charms. He don't take one step back. He got hit square in his face. He don't take one.
No, and he ate it like some Lucky Charms, man. Didn't take one step back. Her homegirl filming the whole thing was like, great right hand, great right hand.
Keith Thurman said Claressa Shields once called him out while he was an undisputed champion, but the challenge never gained much attention. He believes Shields needs to recognize that men's and women's boxing operate under different physical standards, especially when it comes to size, strength, and power, which is why he sees a serious crossover fight as unrealistic.
I don't know what what she has, you know, when I was an undefeated champion, she still said the same thing, okay? But it got no attention, okay? So all Claressa Shields did, however she feels about Thurman, however she feels about this men versus women battle of the sexes event that she wants to do for whatever reason, she picked one of the hottest boxing nights of the year. Women don't even do 3-minute rounds, bro.
I know.
They don't even do 3-minute rounds. Like, what do you, like, it's not even the same. It's not even the same.
Shakur Stevenson praised Claressa Shields for everything she has accomplished in boxing, but he still doesn't believe she could defeat top male champions. He also argued that men's and women's boxing should remain separate, just like other sports, because the physical strength, size, and competitive differences create a clear divide between the two.
How y'all get in the mix with her?
I've known her since a kid too. Like, she's somebody who kind of supported me from day one, and I support her the same way. Claressa really if she was a boy, bro, I don't think a girl can beat a man. That's the same thing like you ask basketball players.
Yeah.
Like, can a female basketball player beat a male basketball?
Yeah.
Come on, bro. LeBron.
Because Claressa be talking hot, though.
Nah, she's like that, though.
No, she like that, but she ain't.
If she was a boy, bro, that's what I was
What
trying
you
to tell
mean
you.
if she was a boy?
If she was a boy. If she was a boy, she'd be Floyd Mayweather. Hello.
I don't know.
If she
That's
was
already
a boy,
you can't do that.
she will be Floyd Mayweather. How can she not?
Despite the criticism she has received for calling out male fighters, Claressa Shields is still widely regarded as one of the greatest female boxers in history. She is a two-time Olympic gold medalist and the only boxer, male or female, to become an undisputed champion in 3 weight classes during the four-belt era. Her success at the highest level has earned her major titles, awards, and a place in boxing history while helping raise the profile of women's boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has also praised Shields publicly, calling her the female TBE, meaning the best ever, to recognize her dominance and skill. He described her as a true champion who deserves the same level of respect given to the biggest names in boxing, highlighting her achievements and impact on the sport.
Question, of all the fights that's happening this weekend, which one are you most excited about? Which one do you see what is the outcome of that fight?
Well, Claressa Shields. I like to say Claressa. She's from Michigan, like myself. She's a native of Michigan, like myself. 2-time gold medalist. We like to call her the female TBE in the sport of boxing. And this is gonna give her a chance to redeem her first loss. She only has 1 loss throughout her whole career, so I'm excited for it. And we work with the same trainer, Gerald Tucker. Gerald Tucker is from the Mayweather trilogy, the Mayweather school, so I'm looking forward to seeing Claressa Shields this.
Teddy Atlas believes there is no question that Claressa Shields is a great fighter. She remains undefeated, has captured world titles in several weight classes, and is widely recognized for her technical ability. However, Atlas pointed out one issue that could influence how her career is remembered: the lack of elite opponents who can truly challenge her. In boxing, a fighter's legacy often becomes even bigger through great rivalries, especially when 2 top fighters push each other to their limits and create unforgettable moments.
Claressa Shields is going to be taken away because she doesn't have the dance partner? It doesn't seem like there's anybody there, especially at the heavyweight division, for her to dance with.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's probably the most important point as far as her legacy. She's going to have a great legacy as, if not the greatest of all time, one of the greatest of all time. Definitely going to be in that conversation. She's going to be in that group. She's going to be in that group of 3 or 4 great women. But she don't have... She's got the titles. That's pretty special. She's got the divisions. See, that's where she separates herself. She's won in so many different weight categories, so many different weight divisions where she's got that. And she's got the 0, of course, at the end of her record. So she's got all of that. She's technically so solid. John David Jackson should get credit. He does a hell of a job. That's what it's about. And Shields is a higher level than anybody right now. In that, in any division, she keeps going up in divisions, and she keeps doing one thing: keeps winning and showing that she's the best one in any division that is within her reach that she goes.
Despite her dominance, Claressa Shields has not always had opponents who match her level, especially at heavyweight, where the pool of elite competition is smaller. As a result, many of her fights have been one-sided, giving fans fewer closely contested battles that could become defining moments of her career.
She's the full package. I got one problem with Claressa Shields. You want to know what it is?
What's that?
My problem with her is competition. There's no competition for her. It's not her fault, but I'm being very honest. I'm saying things I don't think other people are going to bring up. But my problem with saying, okay, Sunday night I got to mark down on my calendar, I'm watching Claressa. My problem with marking down on my calendar on a Sunday when I got some other things I could do and making sure Saturday night, whatever, this one happened to be Sunday, whatever night it is, to mark down that I have to be there to watch her. I have a problem because I don't think I'm going to be... I love watching her, but I don't want to watch her shadow boxing. I don't want to sit down and spend an hour of my time watching somebody shadow box. I want to see them in a competitive fight. Am I wrong for saying that? Do I get slings and arrows thrown at me for saying that, for being honest? I think there's a lot of people that might say that. That's the only problem I have with her. There's no competition out there for her to really invite me to say, I got to watch Claressa Shields. Now, look, she's moved up and she's beaten some good women. That there was some good fights, some good competitive fights. But at this point, it's pretty barren. At this point, it's crickets. I don't hear nobody out there saying, oh yeah, I got somebody who could give a real competitive fight to Claressa. And until that happens, until I think that she can be, again, she's been in some, but that she can be in a competitive fight, I'm not marking it down on my calendar that I have to, as much as I love what she...
Devin Haney said he understands why Claressa Shields would be interested in fighting Rolly Romero, especially because of Rolly's awkward and unpredictable style. Haney explained that Romero's unusual approach can create problems for opponents who have trouble adjusting, making him a different kind of challenge in the ring. He believes that type of matchup can appeal to fighters who want to test themselves against something unfamiliar. Still, even with that appeal, Haney believes a crossover fight between Shields and Romero remains very unlikely.
The only thing... Why you want to fight him? Why you want to fight him first?
Rolly catches more strays on this show. It's
First of all, I
Shady's
love Rolly. He's a good dude, but when it comes to skill in boxing, he's not skilled.
Yeah, I agree. That makes him awkward, right? When the punches don't come from where you think they're gonna come from, when he hits hard, right? Like there have been guys like that throughout. You brought up Mayorga, who are awkward. They shouldn't be good, but somehow they managed to win some of these fights.
Some of these guys don't be having no chins. Maybe that's the problem. And don't know how to tuck that shit either. Listen, I'm not saying I'll get in the ring and I'll knock Rolly out. I didn't say that. I'm 17-0 with 3 beautiful knockouts. I'm not the knockout puncher. I'm not Amanda Serrano. But what I will say is, with my boxing pedigree, with my height, my jab, my skills, I can beat Rolly in a boxing match. And that's just what it is.
Oh, you think you can beat Rolly actually?
Claressa Shields strongly rejects the idea that she has never competed or trained with men. She often explains that she grew up in a gym surrounded by male fighters and has been sparring with them for most of her life. As a young teenager, her first ring experience was against a boy she sparred with, and she won convincingly after only a few months of training, despite him having more boxing experience. That early experience helped build her toughness and confidence, which is why Shields continues to believe she can challenge some of the biggest names in boxing.
Tell me about the first time you ever got in the ring.
The first time I ever sparred, I had been training for 2 months. It was against one of my close friends, Darion Lawson. I call him my cousin. And he had been boxing for 5 years compared to my 2 months. And he just picked on me every day for the first 2 months of training, saying, like, girls don't need to be in the gym. You don't know what you're getting yourself into. I'm going to beat you up when we spar. And when we sparred my first time sparring, I got hit in the nose and my eyes got watery. And then that's when I found out that I was a true savage because I kicked Darion's ass.
Poor Darion is watching this interview. You got your ass.
In an interview with Mike Tyson, Claressa Shields explained that training in a tough, male-dominated gym from a young age played a major role in shaping her style. Sparring with boys who fought hard forced her to become tougher, adjust quickly, and find ways to compete without depending only on physical strength. She learned to rely on timing, strategy, and accuracy to deal with stronger opponents. Shields also described how intense her early training was, with a strong focus on pushing her body as far as possible. While that experience helped build her toughness and taught her valuable lessons, she eventually realized that training harder wasn't always the answer. As she got older, she changed her approach and began focusing more on smarter, more efficient training.
Growing up, Mike. So the guys used to try to hurt me.
Yeah,
so I have to learn
that's what
defense,
it is.
offense. Got to be smarter instead of being stronger. That's the kind of gym that I grew up in.
See, I didn't work smart when I was fighting. We work hard. We break our knees. We break the bone in our body. Just in training, because we want to outwork everybody. And we learned, and later in life, that it's about working smarter, not harder.
Mm-hmm. I learned that till I was about 20, though.
Yeah, you learn that 'cause you want to show the world, this is what I got. Just save a little for them. You know, don't give it all to them. Take it easy, slow, smart. All the time I fought, I was always in the hospital, hurt my leg, hurt my hands, fooling around, playing in the streets, getting street fights, got gashes.
I heard myself dancing at the club, something that had nothing related to.
However, veteran analyst Teddy Atlas believes Claressa Shields is still missing the kind of defining rivalry that could take her legacy to another level. He compared this to legendary matchups like Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier, where both fighters helped shape each other's careers through unforgettable battles. Great fighters are often remembered for more than championships. They also need major opponents who can push them and create iconic moments. The rivalry between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is a clear example of that in women's boxing, attracting worldwide attention. Shields has yet to find a similar marquee matchup, and while there has even been talk of a fight with Layla Ali, that bout appears unlikely. As a result, the lack of a major rival remains one of the few missing pieces in an otherwise remarkable career.
I thought her opponent, look, I like her opponent. She's a southpaw, she's big, she stepped up in weight, she's a heavyweight, she had reach advantage over Claressa, she had a size advantage over Claressa, all of that. But we know, if we really know this sport, it's not always about size, it's about skill. I mean, how many times in catchweight fights have we seen smaller people beat bigger people? And the size difference wasn't that much anyway here, but there was a little bit of a size difference. But I mean, look at Usyk. I mean, he beat a guy 60 pounds bigger than him, 40 pounds, 50, whatever it was. I mean, we've seen it through the history. It's about how you fight. It's about how together you are mentally and what kind of fight.
If Claressa Shields ever faced a male boxer like Rolly Romero in a serious professional fight, it would be an extremely rare moment in boxing history. A world-class female champion competing against a male professional at that level would be almost unheard of. While mixed-gender boxing matches have happened in exhibitions and smaller events, an official championship-level fight between a man and a woman would be highly unusual and likely generate enormous attention and debate. Boxing organizations generally keep male and female competition separate because of physical differences and established rules. That makes a Shields versus Romero matchup a potential first-of-its-kind event in the modern era of professional boxing.
The first time a female fighter fights a male fighter, I don't know, bro, that's cold. Because if he really whip her ass,
but she calling him out.
I know, but like, I could see this backfiring. I wouldn't do it.
She gonna watch that.
But what if she don't?
Like, they gonna make her.
He might kill her if he knock her out.
If he beat the shit out of her, this gonna backfire on him, bro. You shouldn't do it.
You beating up a girl.
Would you do it though?
For the chili, yeah.
You gotta box Heather. Celebrity match.
I'm gonna get in there and punch on her.
Many people in boxing believe the attention around Claressa Shields talking about fighting male boxers has become bigger than the actual possibility of the matchup. Critics argue that the controversy is being driven more by headlines, social media, and public debate than by a realistic plan to make the fight happen. They believe Shields' bold callouts create buzz and keep her name in the spotlight, even if a crossover fight is unlikely. In their view, the reaction to these comments says more about how fans and the media respond to controversy than it does about the chances of seeing Shields face a male professional in the ring.
No, we're in a very funny world, man. It's just kind of funny, all the talk that it got, though. You know, I didn't really think that it would take off like that. But I think it's just the world that we're in today with the battle of the sexes, with all the discrepancies of gender and like all this stuff going on in the world today. That's why I said, look, man, I live this life not just for myself, but really for the people.
Could Claressa Shields really compete with a male world champion, or is this all about confidence and hype? Let us know what you think in the comments.